Hey superheroes, welcome to my channel. I'm Scarlet Grace from unsinserif.com. I'm a manifestation coach, and today I'm going to share with you a very easy and effective way to get rid of your old, negative, limiting beliefs and install new, empowering beliefs right into your subconscious mind. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to share with you a super easy way to remove your negative beliefs and install brand new, positive, empowering beliefs. If you want to learn exactly how to do that in the fastest, most effective way possible, then make sure to watch this video until the end so you don't miss any of my tips that can make it effortless for you. And if you haven't already, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, because I publish a new video every Sunday on manifestation, Neville Goddard, and how to manifest absolutely any desire you have in the easiest way possible. Alright, let's get right into beliefs and how to uninstall unwanted beliefs and install brand new ones right into your subconscious mind. Now you may be wondering, why is it important to remove those negative beliefs? And how are these new positive beliefs going to help me manifest my desires? That's a great question, my friend, and I'm going to answer it right now. We already know that thoughts coupled with feeling manifest our external 3D reality. Now, beliefs are nothing more than persistent thoughts. A belief is a thought you have repeated over and over and planted into your subconscious. And once it's planted there, it automatically manifests the experiences you have in the external physical world. Automatically. You don't have to consciously have the thought at a specific moment for it to create, because you have planted it into your subconscious. For example, if you have the belief that people don't like you, you don't have to consciously think, people don't like me when you walk into a room full of new people for them not to like you. The belief is like a computer program running behind the scenes, and it gets executed automatically whenever it is relevant. So when you're about to walk into a room full of new people, your subconscious will execute this automatic thought, this belief that says, people don't like me, and this will manifest the experiences you're going to have. In this case, people won't like you, or they will behave in a way that makes you think that they don't like you. It sounds pretty scary, right? Here's the good news though. Now that you know how beliefs work, you can actually use them to your benefit by installing new beliefs of your choice into your subconscious. And just like those old negative beliefs, the new empowering beliefs will also get executed automatically by your subconscious and create the things you experience in the outside 3D world. Only this time, those are going to be positive, desired things instead of being negative things. So how can you get rid of those old beliefs and how do you install new ones? The first way to get rid of those negative beliefs and replace them with positive, empowering ones is by making a list of the beliefs you currently have. Now, I talked about this extensively in the video that's about how to recreate your specific person, so if you haven't already, then after finishing this video, go and watch that video and focus on the parts where I talk about how to make an inventory of your beliefs about yourself and your beliefs about how the world works. I'll link it up to the right and also below in the description. But the short version is this. Get a piece of paper and a pen. Now you can keep this process general, or if you have a specific desire you want to manifest, for example, a specific person, getting a specific job, increasing your income, or any other specific goal, you can focus on that particular topic only. So what you want to do is you want to get a piece of paper and pen and write down all the beliefs that come to your mind around that topic. Or if you're looking for beliefs in general, then write down all the beliefs about yourself and the world that come to your mind. For example, you may have beliefs like money doesn't grow on trees, or I have to work hard to make money, or people don't like me, or my specific person is with a third party and that never leave her to be with me. Write down everything that comes to mind, every belief that comes to you. When you're finished, look at each belief and ask yourself, what would I prefer to believe instead? An easy way to figure this out is to rewrite each statement into the opposite of what it says. Then, for each of your beliefs, write the new belief that you want to install into your subconscious. For example, we can take the beliefs I just mentioned and form new beliefs. So, money doesn't grow on trees can become, it is extremely easy to make money, or any money I spend comes back to me multiplied. I have to work hard to make money can become, the less I work, the more money I make. People don't like me can become, I'm one of these people that everyone automatically likes and trusts. My specific person is with a third party and that never leave her to be with me can become, Jay could leave any woman for me. After creating your list of new beliefs, read them out loud a few times. Now some old beliefs will easily get replaced by the new beliefs, so you may find that just by going through the process I described to find your old, limiting beliefs and figuring out what you want the new belief to be, you may have already succeeded in installing the new belief. Other beliefs may be a bit more persistent, so it may take a few hours, a few days, or a few weeks to replace. So what you need to do is read your list of desired beliefs to yourself, preferably out loud, a few times a day, every day, until all old beliefs have been successfully replaced by the new beliefs that you choose to install. Now, how do you know when the new belief has been installed? You'll know when a new belief has been successfully installed because the feedback you get from the physical 3D world will change. For example, if you have successfully installed the belief that you're one of these people that others automatically like and trust, you'll start noticing that people are friendlier to you. Or the other thing that often happens is that they'll outright say your new belief to you. For example, someone may directly say, "You know, John, I like you. You're one of these people that everyone likes." I know it sounds crazy, but this happens a lot when you install new beliefs. Try it for yourself. It's crazy how these beliefs are reflected back to you by other people, outright repeating them to you once you install them in your subconscious. Now, the second way to remove your old limiting beliefs and install new beliefs is this. Again, you need pen and paper, but this time you're going to ask yourself two simple questions. Who do I want to be today, and how do I want the world to work? So we have these preconceived notions about who we are and how the world works that keep us stuck. Preconceived notions is a different term for beliefs. So what you can do, instead of, or in addition to looking for negative beliefs to replace around a specific topic, is to get pen and paper. Remind yourself that you're God of your own reality, and as God, you get to decide who you are going to be and how the world is going to work from now on. In fact, one of the most useful beliefs you can install is exactly this. I'm God of my own reality and I get to decide what happens in it. Then after that, just write down things as you'd like them to be. If you've always wanted to be beautiful but felt you're not, then you can write, I'm incredibly beautiful. And maybe you want others to tell you that you're beautiful, so add that part in too. I'm incredibly beautiful and people always tell me how beautiful I am. What else do you want to be? How do you want the world to work? The less I work, the more my income increases. The less I diet and stress over my weight, the closer my body gets to my dream body. People automatically like me and want to hang out with me. I'm my boss's favorite employee. Jake loves me more than anything in the world and I'm his first priority. People always buy me lunch. No matter how much money I spend, I always have way more than I need. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm extremely popular. Now again, you can do this exercise generally to encompass all beliefs, or if there's something specific that you really want to manifest, then you can focus on beliefs around that specific thing or that specific area of your life. The difference between the first method and this method is that for this one, you don't create the list once and then read it yourself daily. You create the new list every day by answering the questions, who do I want to be today and how do I want the world to work? If you repeat the exercise tomorrow, maybe some of the beliefs you want to install will come up again and maybe some will be brand new. Some beliefs may have already been installed from the day before, or they may find their way in your list every day for a week before you realize that they were installed and are already reflected to you in the 3D world. It's not a matter of making sure that every single belief you wrote yesterday is repeated today in your new list. It's more of an opportunity to realize that every single day, you get to choose who you want to be and how you want the world to be too. What you want the world to look like. You just write your list once, say for example every morning, and that's it. Tomorrow you can make a new list. That's especially helpful if you're one of the people who start all excited when it comes to making lists of their new beliefs, but after a few days of repeating your list to yourself, you feel the emotions fizzle out and you're doing it mechanically. Try this technique instead, where you make a new list daily and you may find that it works better for you and it keeps you excited and happy and living from the end more easily. Now, the third way to get rid of negative beliefs and install new, empowering beliefs is to create a recording. Once again, this can be a general recording or one around a specific desire that you have, but I personally find it more effective when it's focused on a specific desire or area of life. So what you need to do is gather all the new beliefs you want to install that you found through one of the two exercises above, and you can also include stuff that you want to manifest, changes you want to manifest in another person, etc. For example, if you followed the steps from my video on how to recreate your specific person, then by now you have a long list that consists of several smaller lists I asked you to create. What you will want to do is create a recording of those new beliefs so that you can listen to it. Recordings in your own voice are very powerful because it's not another person repeating those beliefs, it's you. Your subconscious mind will be more receptive to recordings in your own voice than it would be to another person's. So you'll need to make a recording of those beliefs, and if you're focusing on more than one areas of life or desires, then create separate recordings for each. You can use your laptop or even the recording app on your phone and just read the beliefs on your list in a calm but firm and resolute voice. You can repeat your list 3 or 5 or 10 times in the recording so that you can have a longer recording, or you can read them once and then load the file to your MP3 player and have it play on a loop. Or you can use an app or a computer program to create a loop of your recording and make recordings of different lengths for different uses. I use iMovie for that, but there are tons of programs that you can use to loop your recording. For example, you can make a 20-minute recording to listen to in the morning and before bed, or you can make an 8-hour recording that you play while you sleep. Or you can just create a 1-hour recording and put it on loop while you sleep so that the new beliefs will be installed when you're already asleep and your conscious mind won't intervene. If you use the recording method, then I have 2 tips for you so that you can make the most out of your recordings. The first thing I highly advise you to do is to leave a gap between each statement on your list that's about the duration of the statement you just said out loud. Let's say, for example, that the first item on your list is, I always have more than enough money for everything I want and need. You hit record, you say out loud in a calm but firm voice, I always have more than enough money for everything I want and need. And then, before recording the next statement, while the recording is still going, you leave a few moments of silence, about as long as it takes to say, I always have more than enough money for everything I want and need, before moving on to saying the second item on your list. The reason you'll want to do this is that so that when you use your recording during the day, when you're not asleep, you can repeat the statement or affirmation or belief either out loud or in your head after you hear it in the recording, which will really boost your results. So after each affirmation or statement in the recording, you'll want a gap that gives you time to repeat the statement out loud before the recording moves on to the next item. Alright, so the second tip I have for you is to make sure when you're recording that you're recording at a volume that works for you, either you're awake or asleep. So you want it to be loud enough that you won't have to struggle to hear the words, yet you also don't want it to be at a volume that you can't lower to a comfortable level for sleep. If you intend to use your recording while you sleep, that is. You don't want a booming voice, let alone your own booming voice, blasting at you while you're trying to sleep. So choose a volume that works for you either way. Alright, so the fourth way to install new beliefs in your subconscious is something you may actually be very familiar with. This method works incredibly well, and you can use it in combination with any of the 3 methods we already discussed. So what is this fourth method? The fourth method is imagining. You see, everything in your reality is a manifestation, and that includes your thoughts and beliefs. So your very own thoughts and beliefs are also a manifestation. And how do we manifest a change? How do we manifest a different reality? By imagining. This is the exact same kind of imagining you use when you want to manifest absolutely any other desire you have, and it follows the exact same rules. In this case, the end result you want is for a new belief to be your new reality. And as we've already said, if a new belief has successfully been installed, then the outside world reflects it back to you. So what you'll want to do is construct an imaginary scene that would happen if and only if your desire, in this case installing a specific new belief, had already manifested. Let me give you an example. Let's say the new belief you want to install is one of those people that everyone automatically likes and trusts. What you need to do is construct an imaginal scene that would happen if and only if that belief had been successfully installed. So in this case, your imaginal scene can be, for example, a conversation with a friend that goes like this. You're at the party with a friend, and when you got there, you knew absolutely no one. Your friend says to you, "Oh wow, we have been here under an hour, and these people already treat you as if you've been their best friend for years. I don't know how you do this. You're one of these people that everyone automatically likes and trusts." And you smile at him and reply, "Yeah, people always like me. It's very easy for me to make new friends." Now this scene wouldn't happen unless it had actually become easy for you to make new friends and unless people automatically liked you and trusted you, right? And it wouldn't have become easy for you to make new friends and people wouldn't have started to automatically like you and trust you unless you had successfully replaced your old belief with a new belief that is, I'm one of these people that everyone automatically likes and trusts. You can do that for any belief you want to install, and generally the easiest imaginal scene to construct in this case is a conversation where someone says to you the exact belief you want to install in your subconscious as if it's already true. So these are 4 ways to remove old, negative, harmful beliefs and install new, empowering beliefs into your subconscious. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends so they can change their lives too, and also subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when a new video is published. I publish a new video every Sunday to help you manifest absolutely any desire you have. Thank you so much for watching.